Hey, can you believe it? The world's most prestigious university, Harvard, is being pressured by the US government?
The symbol of knowledge and freedom is now facing an unbelievable threat, no longer being able to welcome international students.
The US Department of Homeland Security just made a shocking decision, revoking Harvard's crucial license.
That's the SEVP certification. Simply put, without it, Harvard cannot issue visas to foreign students.
Over 7,000 international students at Harvard might have to pack up or find another school.
This isn't just about Harvard. It's a warning to all universities in the US.
So, what exactly happened to cause such tension? Let's find out.
The main reason DHS gave, Harvard refused to provide enough information they requested.
Specifically, DHS accused Harvard of creating an unhealthy academic environment, aiding anti-American elements.
Pro-Palestine protests at US universities suddenly became the focal point.
At Harvard, too, students organized marches, expressing their views on the Israel-Palestine conflict.
The US government expressed national security concerns, alleging terrorist-supporting behavior or anti-Semitism.
Furthermore, DHS exposed Harvard for cooperating with the Chinese Communist Party and providing military training.
These allegations are linked to the Uyghur issue, escalating the matter further.
On April 16, 2025, Secretary Kristi Noem requested Harvard to provide information on foreign students.
Harvard sent information, but by May 22nd, DHS still shook its head, saying it was insufficient without explanation.
Prior to that, DHS had already cut $2.7 million in aid to Harvard.
In short, the US government wants major universities like Harvard to be stricter in their management.
Especially activities that pose security risks or cause division. But Harvard has a different perspective.
Harvard refused to give in to the government's demands. They have their golden principle.
That's the philosophy of liberal arts education. Sounds profound, but what does it mean simply?
Harvard wants students to be free to think, question, explore, and express their views openly.
In its lawsuit, Harvard called the license revocation blatant retaliation for exercising its free speech rights.
They claim the government is interfering with Harvard's operations, curriculum, and even its ideology.
This decision is like erasing a quarter of Harvard's student body, over 7,000 international students.
Harvard views the demand for detailed information as a crude invasion of privacy.
Free speech organizations like FIRE called DHS's demand gravely alarming.
Harvard believes protecting free speech and privacy is a high responsibility, even facing consequences.
The Israel-Palestine conflict has become a hot-button issue, deeply dividing U.S. universities.
From October 2023 to June 2024, nearly 12,300 pro-Palestine and 2,000 pro-Israel protests occurred.
Protests also included encampments at over 130 universities, showing the intensity of the movement.
Students argue Israel's occupation of Palestinian territory goes against international law.
The U.S. continuing to back Israel has prolonged this situation.
Protests call for an end to occupation, financial transparency, and amnesty for students.
These views face fierce opposition from Israel supporters and politicians.
Mr. Trump emphasizes Israel's right to self-defense, accusing organizations of being backed by Iran.
Furthermore, accusations of anti-Semitism frequently appear.
Harvard's report describes an atmosphere of fear, isolation, and division regarding the curriculum.
Many anonymous accounts report Jewish and Israeli students being ostracized or attacked.
Harvard has become a battleground for opposing views, facing external pressure.
Harvard's firmness is due to its enormous mountain of money, the world's largest university endowment reaching $53 billion by 2024.
Most of this huge sum comes from alumni and generous donors.
Donations are not just about sentiment, but also economic benefits, tax incentives. There's a proposal for a tiered endowment tax, Harvard might face a 21% tax.
With a 9.6% return in 2024, Harvard might have to shell out over $1 billion in taxes.
Over 95% of Harvard's endowment is locked by donor-specified purposes.
The interest earned is used to sustain the university's regular activities, from professor salaries to student aid.
It's thanks to this financial independence that Harvard can stand firm against external pressure. However, Harvard's firmness comes at a cost. The consequences are not small.
It will directly impact the diversity of Harvard's academic environment.
With over 7,000 international students, losing this resource would be a huge blow.
The economic impact is also significant. International students contribute over $44 billion to the U.S. economy.
Each student spends an estimated $29,000 annually. The ban negatively impacts spending.
Harvard's
international reputation might be tarnished, making it hard to attract talent.
Previously, the Trump administration eyed $9 billion in contracts, freezing $2.3 billion.
And also threatened to revoke the school's tax-exempt status. The pressure is not small.
This is a clash over policy and also core values, academic freedom and speech.
The legal battle between Harvard and the U.S. government is still ongoing. It's unclear who will win.
The confrontation between Harvard University and the U.S. government continues, revealing many thorny issues.
We'll keep an eye on where this goes and how it affects the future of American education.